Without Khan Academy, I never would have made it to MIT. What's up, everyone? Professor X with a Z here. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about how Khan Academy literally saved my mathematics career. You know, as always, make sure you drop a follow or a like. You know, if you want to see more content about how to, get better at mathematics or how I personally got better at mathematics, then, check out my page. So how did Khan Academy save my mathematics career, and how can it save yours? That's the true question. This is not paid promotion. They did not know, they don't know about me. This is literally strictly me just trying to help others get to this resource because it truly transformed my career. For those who aren't familiar with what Khan Academy is, it's essentially a catalog of over thousands of videos of not just math, but they also have like history, chemistry, biology. They have a lot of high school level courses for free that you can sign up and watch videos on, learn from them. They have guided exercises with direct feedback. Like, it is an incredible resource to just learn things and get the practice and the reps in. So the way that I specifically used Khan Academy was I would just go, say for instance, I wanted to learn about calculus, right? What you want to do is you would go to, their calculus section, and they pretty much have a course from start to finish on how to do calculus, right? So they would start off with, basic pre-calculus ideas that you will need to know, maybe a trigonometry review, and then they would have, a unit on limits, a unit on differentiation, a unit on applications differentiation, a unit on, they have a lot of different units. So the way that I recommend going about using Khan Academy is specifically if you're doing inquiry-based learning. So if you have something that you want to learn, then I highly suggest just looking up on Khan Academy, watch that video, and then, watch it for about 20 to 30 seconds. And if the language is a little bit too high level, if there are too many terms that you don't quite know, write those terms down, keep going with the video, because this is good for building motivation to study some things. But keep on going with the video and, saying okay, so what are some of the things that I don't know? Do I know what they're talking about? Can I follow it without context, without proper context? Do I need to go back and, define these terms, do a review video on those terms, right? And if you need to do a review video, I guarantee you 100% they have a video talking about each and every one of those terms. You just have to simply look it up, search it in their engine. The videos will pop up, the exercises will pop up, it'll all be there. So say you've watched videos or a video on a topic, right? Then immediately, there's two styles of learning. What you can do is you can either consume a lot of content or a lot of videos up front and then do practice on each of those videos after you've watched them. I personally recommend the second option where you watch a video and then you do practice problems, right? It goes back to that idea that you can't really learn the language without speaking it. I mean, you probably can, but right, the idea is a lot of topics build on each other, and it's almost pretty much paramount that you do the exercises as you're watching the videos, or watch a video, do the exercises corresponding to the video, then watch the next video, then do the exercises, because that's how you'll truly learn the concept. But if you're just trying to get a bigger picture of things, if you don't really care about super mastery and just, you're just learning it casually, then definitely, yeah, just watch the videos, build momentum, build motivation, and then do some of the practice problems, because that's where you'll get that application. You'll be able to speak that language, and that's the way that you learn how to, do the math, is by, getting that direct feedback on what you're doing wrong. And yeah, it is an incredibly fine-tuned system, the system that Khan Academy has, and you will learn exponentially. Right. Another thing that I used to do was, I would see a cool word that I didn't know. So for instance, I would click on maybe calculus or linear algebra or something. There would be, and then I would just look at subjects and they're oh, matrix, I don't know what that is. Let me just click on it. Let me just figure it out. And then, a lot of times it'll just be someone just talking about stuff that I may not know because I literally hopped in the middle of a story. But, it still gets your mind acclimated to seeing different mathematical objects and seeing how, there's not just what's being taught in your current class. There are other things, and then you start to learn about them. So at this stage, I highly recommend just exploring around, just learning about different things. Mastery is okay, but the question is, how much mastery do you need? And for me personally, I was doing hundreds of problems, but that's because I really wanted to get it right every time because I'm a huge gamer. So like I really wanted to get things right every single time I did it. But if you get at least like 5 or 6 or maybe 10 in a row correct, then that's pretty much proper mastery in my opinion. But the only issue is if you don't keep doing it, you may forget. But again, at this stage, if you're just exploring, I say just go for it. You know, just learn as much as you can. What happened with me was going down these rabbit holes allowed me to somewhat get a feel for like what type of math was out there. But the only thing about Khan Academy is that if you're thinking about going into pure math or even applied math too, it doesn't really, you know, tell you what's past calculus or differential equations. So that's where I'm going to try and also make, you know, some series about what are some paths that we go after calculus and, you know, multivariable calculus. What are some paths that we could take? And usually that comes in the form of like proof writing courses, discrete math courses, like real analysis course, abstract algebra course, linear algebra course. Like these courses are what we start to take to, you know, branch out into higher math. And I'll probably get to that in a later video. But again, if you take nothing else from this video, please know Khan Academy is like the golden place to go. The reason being is because it not only does it offer videos, but it also offers problems and like an endless assortment of problems and direct feedback. And those are the two most important things. Problem and direct feedback are two of the most important things for learning mathematics. The source and the teacher are important too, but like the two most important are the problems that you're doing, also the volume of the problems, and also if you're getting that direct feedback. That pretty much concludes my talk about Khan Academy, or I guess part 1 of it, because inevitably I'll probably be talking about it more. But if you like this this style of content, please, you know, as always, drop that like, drop that follow, and you know, I'll catch y'all next time. Professor X with a Z out.